Hello, my miraculous friend, and welcome to another episode of the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. This is Reverend Frances Faden, and I am so grateful that we get to spend this time together helping you to magnify your miracles. Today, we're going to be talking about something that is a question I get all the time. What is blocking my manifestation? What is going on? If my miracle's already here, what's happening? And if you have felt this way and you want to know what's going on, what is it that could be blocking the manifestation process for me, you're in the right place because we're going to be talking about this today. And it's actually pretty simple, but it's not necessarily easy because it's a whole internal process that's going on, but I'm going to break it down as best as I can. Before we do that, join me in just taking a breath together as we get ourselves really ready to hear what we need to hear. Breathing in the energy of expansion, breathing out anything you no longer need, and knowing that whatever you need to hear today to move you powerfully forward is exactly what you're going to hear. Let's take one more deep breath together in gratitude, and we can begin. All right, my friends. So this is such an important topic. There's so much information out there about manifestation, and a lot of it can be really, really confusing. And in the time that I have been on my own path of manifesting, which I've been doing for a long time, and then working with Mother Mary since 2012, and she's really helped to magnify everything, has really been teaching me how the universe works and how we work with spirit and all that. And I've learned some things. And one of the key things I know to be true, which is what I say at the end of every podcast, is your miracle is already here. So another way of saying that is your manifestation is also already here. Whatever it is that you're longing to experience, to manifest, to call into your life, it's already around you. It's already in your energy field. That's how I like to say it. It may not yet be on the physical level. And that's what we mean when we say manifestation. It's already in the energy. How do we bring it into physical reality so that we can touch it, we can hold it, we can spend it, whatever it might be, right? That's really what the manifestation process is going from the realm of energy into the realm of physicality. It's one of the things I love about being an energy practitioner and an energy coach is helping people go through that process. And once you see how you work and how easy and simple this is, you're like, oh, I know how to do this. But very often when we get this, what people say is a block, it's because we cannot see our own story. We cannot see what's going on inside of us that's blocking it. And so I'm going to ask you to write this down because this is so important. The one thing that blocks your manifestation is something that I call crosscurrents, things that cancel each other out. And these are usually belief that you have, or conflicting desires. Okay. So right now, if you think about the thing that you would love to manifest, if you were really honest with yourself and you listen to yourself, you would notice that along with the thing that you want to manifest is a story telling you why you can't do it, or why it's not safe to do it, or why it's not okay to do it, or all the circumstances that are going to keep you from that. Now, it's so sneaky. The voice in your head is so sneaky that you probably can't even recognize it because it sounds logical. It sounds reasonable. It might even sound like the responsible thing to do. We are so used to talking ourselves out of our desires that we don't realize what we're doing is talking ourselves out of our manifestations, because the universe is always responding to us, always responding to us. And if we're sending out a mixed message, it cancels itself out. So I'll give you a couple of examples. Something that I hear a lot of times, people will say something like, you know, what I really want is to be retired. Oh, but I need to make more money. And they don't realize that the desire to be retired is in conflict with the desire to bring in more money, especially if they have a definition of retirement that means I'm not earning money, which doesn't have to mean that, but a lot of people mean that. Or they could have something like, oh, what I really want to do is travel the world. Oh, but I want to be a good mom and I want to spend more time with my kids. Boink. Unless you start thinking about traveling the world and taking your kids with you, you're going to feel conflicted and you're not going to get anywhere. And you're going to feel like, I'm praying, I'm doing my affirmations. What is going on? What's going on is you have two opposing energies that are canceling each other out. So I'm going to encourage you right now to take a look at something that you would love to have. If you want to share it with me, I'd love to hear about it, because for me, I do this all day long with my clients. I can hear it like that, even without doing anything intuitive and reading your energy, which of course is where you get the real juice of like what's really going on with you, because sometimes it's not at the conscious level. But even in just talking to people, if you do this, you'll hear it. You'll hear people say things like, oh, I want to grow my business. Oh, I really want to have more downtime. Oh, I want to write my book. Or, oh, I'm afraid my husband's going to think I'm a flake, or whatever, whatever it is. It's like, I really want to follow this, but I'm kind of afraid of this, or I really believe this. Now, the good news is these are just stories. These are just stories, and you can change a story like that, but you have to bring it to your conscious awareness. What is it? So if you write down on a piece of paper, right on one side of the page, things that you would love to manifest, write them down. And on the other side of the page, write down all the reasons why you think you can't have them, or the stories that you tell yourself. And you will soon see why your manifestations aren't coming. And what I recommend that you do instead is like, so let's say like you have something on the left side of the page. It's like, I really want to be a writer. And on the right side of the page, you have something like, oh, but I'm not a very good writer, or something like that. Or, oh, you can't make money as a writer, or something like that. You can see immediately that there's the conflict. What can you do to change the story on the right side? Like, I really want to be a writer. Maybe I could write and hire a writing coach. Or I really want to be a writer. Lots of people make money. I wonder how I can make money as a writer. And that just gets you to take the next step. And as you take the next step, the universe will start to reveal things for you. But if you keep insisting that it's not possible, the universe is going to say, okay, it's not possible. I'll agree with you. So whatever you can do to get that left side and that right side of the page to start agreeing and stop being in conflict is going to really help you to magnify your manifestations and your miracles. Now, obviously, as I said, there are many, many times, and I hear it with my own clients, of people that are so talented and so gifted, and manifesting has nothing to do with your talent and your gifts and your abilities. Those are just given to you. Manifesting has to do about honoring them and acting on them and going with it and telling yourself that you can have it. So if you have a desire to grow your business, but you're afraid that something bad is going to happen if you grow your business, your husband's going to feel funny about it, your neighbors are going to make fun of you, you don't want to make more money than your parents did, whatever it might be, that's going to slow you down. Give yourself permission to do what you actually really want to do. And take a look at those things that are coming up for you, like, oh, if I do it, maybe this is going to happen, or maybe that's going to happen. And then go through a process of like, is that going to happen? Is that really going to happen? And if it happens, how am I going to handle it? Is it worth it for me to give myself the gift of my heart's desire? And of course, my friend, you know where you can find me. I am right here. You can always schedule an Ask Your Energy session with me. Ask Your Energy is you and I and your energy having a conversation. And if you and I can't figure out what's going on, we talk to your energy is going to tell us right that, boom, it never lies. Your energy never lies. And it will always tell you what's really going on with you, what your actual fear is. If you have guilt, if you have shame, if you're worried, like whatever it is, we get your energy on board. Boom, your energy goes from being like this to being like this. And then you're like a rocket. Your energy is like, whoosh, it's in alignment, and then you're taking off. So you can do an Ask Your Energy session. And if you really want to make some change in your life, schedule a miracle meeting with me, and we can talk about whether or not getting mentored. Work with me over time. If you really want to start becoming a master manifester, let's help you clear out whatever's going on inside, and you can start manifesting things really, really quickly. Of course, you can always go to francisfaden.com/miracle meeting, or you can go to the Work With Me page and you can just sign up right there and do an Ask Your Energy session. Or if you want to do it on your own, like I said, take your piece of paper and write it out and see if you can discover what is it that's holding you back. I would love to hear what's going on with you. Please feel free to leave a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, I would love if you could subscribe. That would be so helpful as well. But mostly, I really want you to leave a comment and let me know, where are you feeling like, I have these cross currents going on. Part of me wants this and part of me wants that. And if you put it in the comment, I'll see what I can do to help you out. All right, my friend, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. You have no idea how grateful I am. Just so happy to get to spend this time with you and to support you in magnifying your miracles. Please remember, the key to magnifying your miracles is to always know that your miracle is already here. You just got to get your energy going in the same direction. All right, we'll see you next time, my friend. Bye-bye.